Hello, I am Christy Lachlan with Blake Christian Academy, a Montessori school in Lake Helen, Florida. And we are in the midst of remote learning due to the COVID-19. And so we are bringing lessons into your home to help you while your student is doing this distance learning. And one of the first things that we teach the first couple weeks of school is all about grace and courtesy. And so I want to share a book with you today of some of the procedures, some of the ways that we behave or model in the classroom for our students, and then also that the expectations of what a student is expected to do while they're in our classroom, which can also be modeled in your home. So I'm going to read this story called Grace and Courtesy. This is a great resource or guide that we use initially at the beginning of the school year and also as reminders throughout the year. So, Grace and Courtesy, a picture guide for children and adults. And it was written and illustrated by Alicia Olsen. And anytime we introduce a book, we always speak about the spine of the book. Obviously, this one doesn't have a spine, but we speak about the front cover, the back cover, who is the author, who is the illustrator. So when you're doing reading at home, those are all things that you can discuss with your child as you're moving throughout that language series with them. That's our title page, Grace and Courtesy. I am respectful. I talk with a soft voice. I walk with careful feet. We talk about purposeful movement, which is one of the reasons why we have this ellipse in our classroom, is initially just learning how to walk in a classroom carefully on the line, walking around mats in the classroom. So we always walk with careful feet. I can say, please walk around my mat. I carry my work with 2 strong hands. I walk by friends without interrupting their work. I treat others how I want to be treated. I hold the door for the next person. When I need to get by someone, I say, "Excuse me." I know one person talks at a time. I sit up at a group with my legs crossed and my hands in my lap. And if you see how I'm sitting, we call that crisscross applesauce. And then you can also say crisscross applesauce, and then we lock our hands in our laps. I roll up my mat for the next person to use. And we call that rolling strong towers. So as they're doing it and completing it, they pull it up and they hold it upright and they say, "Is it a strong tower?" And of course, it typically is. I put my work away and make it beautiful for the next person. I kindly say, "Please don't disturb my work." When I work by a friend, I focus on my own work. I treat materials gently. So this is part of the grace and courtesy lessons that we teach in our classroom and model throughout the year in our classroom. And it's just, it makes for a peaceful environment. It helps others to do their work without interruption. And if you have multiple students at home right now that are doing this distance learning or remote learning, these grace and courtesy lessons can go from age 2 all the way up through your senior in high school. So I hope this was of help to you. Again, this is a great resource if this is something you want to carry in your home. It's called Grace and Courtesy, a picture guide for children and adults, and it was written and illustrated by Alicia Olsen. Thank you for joining me.